champion chaparral Tristan CDX, owned by Shelley Hennessy. Tristan finished his championship with 3 majors, including a specialty major from the American Red class under breeder judge Elizabeth Treharne. He finished his CB in 3 shows and his CDX in 5 shows, ranking in the top 20 obedience Afghans each year. He still loves to show obedience. He won the veteran class this year for the 3rd time. This is Tristan's last appearance in the Parade of Veterans. Champion chaparral Tristan CDX TT CGC, owned by Shelley Hennessy. Number 119, Bellamy's Vigorous Campaign.
Now, is this a record considered a regular?
Owned by Amy Holt. Out of specially destined show champion Howard put on the ribs. Ben Hasson's Arctic Rose.
Do you have a veteran's class? A competitive veteran's class?
Pedro will be 10 years old in February. He was shown sparely as a young dog. Due to personal circumstances, he was clipped off and lived his life on the couch. People who had seen him out always seemed to remember him. Pedro is an extremely affectionate, loyal dog. He is champion Bellamy's Enchantress Mine's brother out of my first litter. Though not noted in the show ring, he is extremely noticed in my hometown. He is a true companion, giving so much love from himself. In my heart, Pedro is the king of dogs. Number 123 champion Desiree Blackburn of Sayward, owned by Doug Weisgott and Don Langner. Drew was born on March 17, 1979, out of champion Genesis Red Cloud and champion Kassan's Sacagawea of Desiree. He finished his championship at 14 months of age with 3 best in sweeps and 2 best and opposite in sweeps, and the 5-point best of winners at the Afghan Hound Club of Chicago under Dr. Jose Cairo. Drew has been a consistent group winner. His show record was over 100 best of breeds, 60 group placements with 20 group ones, and placing in the top 15 4 years in a row. He has 7 champion children from 3 litters. Drew is much loved and cherished by us at Sayward. Champion Desiree Blackburn of Sayward. Champion Capillary's K.O. Carroll, owned by Jackie Rydell and S. Weiner and R. Zip. Just William. Champion Capillary's K.O. Carroll. Number 148, Shandar's Demraya Rita, owned by Stephanie Hunt Crowell. I know, but I didn't choose it, so you can call me Emma. I was born in Canada from an Anglo-American father, international champion Shandar's Demon Rom, and an Australian mother, Canadian champion Shaltara Hot Pants. So I really don't know how you would describe my heritage. And as for my kids, I don't even try. But I am proud of the fact that they have done well for themselves in the show ring and on the workhorse field, both in the U.S. and Canada. When I found out that the National was close enough to home that I didn't need to fly, Been there, done that when I was young. I jumped up and down saying, let me go, let me go. I had not been to a dog show in years, and I rather missed the fun. Of course, my sister Liza insisted on tagging along, even though she has never been shown. Just because she's older than me by 40 minutes, she thinks she has to watch everything I do. In case you are wondering, we both started out as black masquerades. Even though we were born black, the color quickly changed. But after a while, we thought plain red was boring, so we decided to copy our mother and go sing. Anyway, it's good to be here, see old friends, not too many, alas, and make new ones, lots, good. See you all again, don't know where, don't know when, as the song says, but I'll be back. Champion Chandaras Damraya Marina. American and Canadian champion Poppers Candy Perfection, owned by Debbie and John Peterson. Angel, retired from the confirmation ring, and joined the Eugene, Oregon Ballet Company. She amused audiences in Giselle and Luther, and in one performance of Sleeping Beauty, she amazed her fellow dancers by slipping out of her collar and completing her performance 3 steps ahead of her handler, never missing her marks or cues. She now cheers patients in care facilities in the Eugene area. She is now everyone's angel. American and Canadian champion Poppers Candy Perfection. Number 160, champion Alenka Soul on Ice, owned by Anita Richards. Champion Alenka Soul on Ice is the product of cooperation between friends, the only survivor of a Martin Luther King Day rating. Always cooperative and lively, she has 2 qualifications for a junior courser. She was acknowledged by career judges such as Midge Martin, Peg Swayze, and was best of winners under Alexander Schwartz at the Capitol National. Pepper is from all-grade breeding with 9 crosses in a 5-generation pedigree to the dog that produced champion Ray's Swan Song. That dog is champion Benghazi Mandingo. Hassan's Blue Shade of Grand Blue. Champion Alenka Soul on Ice, owned by Anita Richards. Number 164, American and Canadian champion, multiple best in show, and especially best in show, champion Casper Surgeon Scott. Owned by Jerry Lazar and Kevin and Barbara Cassidy. Webster's Dictionary defines special as distinguished by some unusual quality. We feel that Cinnamon's overall career record reflects this unusual quality, which makes her a truly special representative of the breed. At this time, we would like to spotlight these moments. Number 1 bitch for 1990, 1991, and 1992. Number 2, Afghan Hound for 1992. Number 5 all-breed best in shows, plus 2 Canadian best in shows. Twice, best of opposite sex at the Afghan Hound Club of America, plus 2 awards of merit. Best of breed at the Westminster Kennel Club in best of breed at the Canadian National Specialty and Sight Out Specialty in 1992. And her greatest achievement of being the top specialty winning bitch in the history of the breed. Standing here today at over 10 years of age, we thank the judges, both foreign and American, as well as everyone at ringside who supported her during her show career, and especially to her owner, Jerry Bizarre, who truly believed in her. Special thanks also to his wife, Rhonda, who put up with all of us, having a wonderful job of finding places to put Simmons' trophies. Simmons is the daughter of the great Best in Show, and especially Best in Show champion, Colony, putting on the Ritz, who is also the top specialty winning dog. And her dam is champion Miranda Rendezvous of Caspar. Multi-Best in Show, and especially Best in Show, American and Canadian champion, Caspar Sugar and Spice. Number 168, D champion, Chaparral Corn Silk CDX OA, owner Shelly Hennessy. And let's not forget to add field champion to her list of accomplishments. What can I say about Corn? She has done everything I have ever asked of her. Corn finished her championship completely from the bred by exhibitor class. She earned her CD quickly, loves open, and earned her CDX easily, and is now competing in utility. She was undefeated on the way to her AHCA Field Championship. Corn has the honor of several firsts for the Afghan Hound breed. She was the first Afghan Hound bitch to earn an AHCA Field Championship and was one of the breed's first dual champions. Corn was also the first Afghan Hound bitch to earn an AHCA Agility title, is the second Afghan to earn the OA Open Agility title, and is still the only breed champion Afghan to have an agility title. Corn is the very first Afghan Hound have AHCA titles in 4 areas of competition: conformation, obedience, coursing, and agility. Ladies and gentlemen, dual champion, Chaparral Corn Silk CDX OA Field Champion. Number 172, champion Bellamy's Enchantress Mine, owner 80 Home. Champion Bellamy's Enchantress Mine out of specialty Best in Show and Best in Show champion Colony putting on the Ritz and Ben Hoskins Arctic Rose finished with 4 majors. She won reserve winner's bitch at the Afghan Hound Club of America's National Specialty in Portland, Oregon, over 117 bitches from the 12 to 18 month class. Breeze is also a group winner. Thank you, Karen Wagner, for handling her to these wins, and thank you, Karen, for taking Breeze on her last trip around the ring. She has won multiple Best of Breeds, always corner in. Breeze is very special to me as she is my first champion out of my first litter. She will be 10 years old in February. Breeze is my true companion as she has given me so much joy and happiness. Furthermore, she will always hold a special place in my heart. Champion Bellamy's Enchantress Mine. Parade of Rescues. This year's Parade of Rescue Afghan Hounds is in honor of Judy Feldman, founder of the AHCA's Rescue Committee. Judy's unstinting devotion to our breed has earned her the affection and respect of all who have worked with her. You join me, please, in welcoming Judy Feldman in the center of our radio with Reggie Nesbitt. The Feldman's beloved Gabby, champion Donwood Gabriel, was, in a way, their first rescue dog. Michelle Billings, who had handled a number of the Feldman's dogs, told Judy about this young male who was being boarded by a veterinarian in Seattle as his owners found him too difficult. Judy had him shipped to Atlanta with the intention of finding him a good home, and the rest is history. Gabby arrived with baseball-sized mats and no muzzle tone, and captured their hearts. The following year, a rehabilitated and charismatic Gabby was shown by Michelle and went best in show at his first show. He won the AHCA National Specialty in 1968 and was top hound of Quaker Oats that year. In the early 1970s, during his term as president of the Atlanta Humane Society, Herman Feldman learned of 18 adult Afghans in need of rescue. Their owner had multiple legal problems and had been incarcerated. With the help of members of the Terra Afghan Hound Club, Judy organized the rescue of all 18 Afghans. Within hours, she found placements for all of the dogs. Ironically, about 20 years later, the same man abandoned 25 Afghans in Michigan. These dogs, too, were rescued and placed by rescue volunteers in that state. When interviewed for the Afghan Hound Review in 1977, Judy spoke of the AHCA's board support for rescue, but stated that the point has not really come when there can be a national rescue program because this would take quite a lot of money to get started. Her absolute belief in the need for a national rescue program did not waver. Following her term as president of the AHCA, she was appointed chairperson for the AHCA's newly formed rescue committee, a position she held for nearly 2 decades until her retirement in 1997. Judy's love and commitment to the welfare of the Afghan hound and the changes she inspired in our national club will be everlasting. She defended and spoke for the unwanted, the abandoned, the neglected, and the abused. Judy has always believed in these dogs and in their ability to overcome their past. The rescued dogs who are in this year's parade represent the hundreds of Afghan hounds who have been given another chance in life. They are here to pay tribute to a woman who has given so much of herself and so many years of her life to give them this second chance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is from his abusive owners in September of 1995. He was found on a short chain amidst broken concrete without shelter, water, or food. Kathy and George Pugh of New Jersey offered to foster him until he could be placed in a permanent home. He came to them very ill as he had survived by eating garbage. However, his charming personality and sense of humor captivated the Pews, and he became their first Afghan hound. Oliver has his junior courser title, is a certified therapy dog, and is doing beautifully with his obedience training. Ladies and gentlemen, Oliver Twist is on. by Sue and Gary Larimer about 1 year ago. When she came to them, she was approximately 3 years old and suffered from chronic ear infections. Her previous owner had tied her ear flaps up with rubber bands, which resulted in the loss of approximately 2 inches of each flap. Luna's chronic ear infections are now under control, and she has turned out to be a special lady. Sweet as sugar sometimes, a wild woman occasionally, but always independent and aloof as an Afghan should be. The Larimers give a very warm thank you to the Greater Pittsburgh Afghan Hound Club for their rescue work and for Luna. Luna, owned by Gary and Sue Larimer. Our next dog is Leo, owned by Alexander O'Connell of North Carolina. Leo was given up by his first owner and then experienced a number of mishaps in 2 temporary homes before coming to live with Alexander O'Connell in North Carolina. He was a scrappy bag of bones who was unsure of himself and all around him, but that's changed now. Leo took off like greased lightning in his first field trial and has gone on to become the nationally ranked number 6 field champion lure courser. His most recent exploits include proving that an Afghan can be a herding dog too. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Leo by Alexander O'Connell. And here's Cruiser, owned by Crystal Presley of Virginia. Cruiser and owner Crystal Presley of Virginia met when a call came into the vet clinic where Crystal was working, asking for help in placing a 5-year-old Afghan who was pointed in the show ring and had a wonderful temperament. Expecting to find a breathtaking creature with long, luxurious hair, Crystal stopped dead in her tracks when she gazed upon a skeleton with no fur and sad eyes. Crystal knew that if she did not help him, both he and she would regret it for the rest of their lives. She slowly led the sickly, limping creature back to the kennel. He barely weighed 40 pounds. His teeth were so caked with tartar it was impossible to see them. His ears were infected and full of mites, and his nails were so long that they curled in complete circles. Crystal learned that Cruiser had been placed in at least 8 different homes in the 5 years before she met him, for reasons that remain unclear. He is a wonderful and devoted friend who, thanks to Crystal, has overcome his emotional and physical trauma. This is Cruiser and owner Crystal Presley. This is Samson, owned by Camp Wall of Massachusetts. Samson was originally found running stray on the highway in Connecticut. When no one came to claim him and his time was up at the local shelter, the dog officer chose to bring him home instead of having him euthanized. Unfortunately, a short time later, the dog officer divorced, and Sam was once again homeless at the local pen. Samson was adopted by Pam Wall of Massachusetts, and is shown today by Pam. This is Samson. And here's another Samson. This is Samson, the domino calendar boy of the Afghan Smith of Virginia. Samson came in to rescue along with several others when his breeder's kennel caught fire. Samson's picture appeared in the daily press when a fireman carried him to safety. When he came to order Tina Smith, he was one giant man. He was covered in ticks and had to be shaved to the skin. Sam was a frightened, traumatized 2-year-old who had absolutely no confidence and was frightened of everybody and everything. Since that time, he has rescued Tina from a burglar and has become her most faithful protector. He now has no fear of anybody or anything. Not only is he an excellent example of the king of dogs, but he is also a fine example of temperament and how a little kindness and a lot of love can turn neglect into beauty. This is Samson, owned by Tina Smith. Framed presentation of the AHCA rescue calendar. And Judy, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. The folks out on the nice special event for the rescue dogs, the rescue owners, representing all of you who work so hard for the rescue out there.
Thank you.